Good morning, folks. You know who this is. Oh. Good morning, folks. Hang it. Good morning, folks. AMIR preparedness here. Well, that's what happens when you don't prep. Good afternoon, folks. It's Saturday. We're almost mid-July here in beautiful southern New Hampshire. And I always say, folks, if you're going to store food outside, there's kind of a rule of thumb. Store it in a well-ventilated, critter-free environment so the temperatures don't really have too much of a swing. You don't want them to freeze, of course, because the can will burst, the glass will break, or the plastic will crack. Most foods that are in cans and plastic can withstand several degrees of temperature variation, but the food inside won't. Have you ever opened up a can that's been at minus 62 degrees and above 120? Of course not, because the can wouldn't survive. Just like anything else, folks, it's how you treat your food will depend on how long it'll be viable for. Now, I always recommend rotate, so you're not found with a can of 10-year-old beanie weenies, but some budgets just, that's what you buy, the long-term number 10 cans from these companies that specialize in long-term food storage, folks. If you're going to try to do it on your own, it's not recommended. I was just watching Atlas Survivor Shelters, where he visited a Colorado Atlas, retired Atlas missile silo that a couple had owned, and there was several cases of food down in a 50-degree temperature, but the cans were all rusted and moldy because there's no dehumidification going on once the Air Force left and those foods went down there. So that's just throwing money away, folks. Don't take it personal, but I hate to see waste, especially, and it's your hard-earned money. Now, these folks look pretty well-to-do, so it's not a big to-do with them, but the point is, if you want to make that food last, at least put it in an area where it can be dehumidified. Just a little recommendation. Luckily, my basement, knock on wood, is moisture-free. It's got French drains around the outside of it. It's been bone dry since the day we moved here, almost 17 years ago. And everything down there doesn't have any signs of rust whatsoever. But when you store outside, that's going to be an issue if you live in a high humidity area like Florida or the South. Some places up here in New England, it's not humid at all, but the point is if it gets moisture in there, it'll sit and cause rust. So these nice containers that they make, plastic containers, put that food in there. If you can afford some desiccant, put some desiccant in there. If not, then that water humidifier, dehumidifying, moisture collection stuff will work just great. You just got to go out frequently and drain the water out. If you have a recreational vehicle, that's a perfect place to store stuff as long as you can keep the air conditioner running during the hottest part of the year. Just don't let it freeze, folks. That's my PSA for the day, folks. Enjoy your summer out there, and by Joby, enjoy the winter when it comes, because it's just around the corner. Bye now. And remember, folks, it can happen from the north, it can happen from the south, it can happen from the east, or coming from the west. Always be prepared, and if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, or I'll be out there waiting for you to come to me. AMIR preparedness. God bless you all.